Hi everyone and welcome back to Evocative Scents. Instead of doing the usual fragrance reviews, I thought let's take a look at the most selling fragrances on the Amazon. We will see why these fragrances are very popular and hence the most sold fragrances on the Amazon, and are they really good and worth buying? Or whether you can get better perfumes for similar price range. And if you have any feedback to provide for this or any of my previous videos, feel free to write in the comment section down below. And if you are watching my video for the first time and love fragrances and fragrance related content, do consider subscribing to this channel and do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my new videos, because your support really means a lot to me. So let's begin from the top rank here. I am not considering the mist sections here and moving directly to the perfumes. The first one is the Khamrah from the Lattafa house. It's not very surprising actually. It's one of the most iconic fragrances from the house of Lattafa. The scent DNA has some similarity to the Killian's Angels here, but it is more of a twist rather than being a clone. It is a great fragrance and you can certainly consider purchasing it. But I would like to present you some options here. If you want a fragrance that is more closer to the Killian's Angels here, I would suggest you to get the Royal blend from the fragrance world. The boozy sweet aspect of the Royal blend is actually very well done and is more similar to the Killian's Angels here than the Lattafa Khamrah is. An even better fragrance than the Khamrah is actually from their own house. It's the Khamrah Kahwa, a flanker to the Khamrah. It's a bit more sophisticated due to the addition of coffee while still retaining the sweetness, and it is similarly priced too. Now let's see the second fragrance. Again, it is not very surprising here. It is the Nautica Voyage, an iconic aquatic fragrance with little bit of green elements, fresh with touch of soapiness and slightly salty. While it is an iconic fragrance, there are better options available out there. One of the options is from Antonio Banderas, King of Seduction. It has a bit of more lively citrusy opening. Now this aquatic fragrance has little bit of floral touch to it as well. Surely this fragrance is not great in terms of performance, but I don't really get very good performance with the Nautica Voyage as well. And if you want something different, give this fragrance a try. But if you want a fresh fragrance with better longevity, you can consider the Kaf from the Ahmad Al-Maghribi house. A fresh aquatic fragrance with little bit of floral touch, feels a bit synthetic with moderate projection and around 6 hours of longevity, and I personally feel that it is a much better fragrance. Another fragrance I would love to recommend, and one which appeared in most complimented summer fragrances in my recent video, it is the fragrance world Jor, a fresh fruity citrusy perfume with a hint of sweetness with lot of salty aquatic vibe. It has a decent longevity with a soft projection, but in terms of smell I feel that this is best among all of these. The third fragrance of this list is Lattafa Yara. Honestly, I haven't tried this fragrance, but from what I can see that it is a sweet, fruity, floral fragrance, I would like to suggest two fragrances. The first one being the Paris Corner Care Fusion. It is a fruity, sweet, playful fragrance that leans towards the feminine side, and it has that sparkling lychee smell. An absolutely beautiful summer fragrance, and for a detailed review you can always check it on my channel. Another fine sweet fragrance that I would like to suggest, it's from the same Lattafa brand. It's the Asad Bourbon, and in my humble opinion it's the best Asad fragrance I have ever tried. Wonderful sweet fragrance that reminds me a lot of designer fragrances, and if you want to see a full review, let me know in the comment section down below. So let's move on to the fourth most selling fragrance on the Amazon. So it's another Middle Eastern fragrance from Afnan, and it is the 9 PM. I had this fragrance for a long time before I gave it to someone, but I have a similar smelling fragrance from another house. It is the Oak Clock from Ahmad Al-Maghribi. Even the 9 PM was a very long lasting fragrance for me, and so is the Ahmad Al-Maghribi Oak Clock. This one gives me an easy 10 plus hours of longevity with excellent projection and sillage as well. But the Oak Clock has a little bit of different opening. It has that kind of a sparkling fizzy opening that I really like at the top, but it goes away pretty quickly, so you can't go wrong with any of these. So let's watch the final fragrance for this video. And if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you want me to cover even more fragrances, please let me know in the comment section down below. It is a very affordable fragrance from Al Rihab, and it is the Choco Musk. a very easy to recommend mass appealing fragrance which are even liked by people those who are not so much into the fragrances. Sweet chocolatey vanilla fragrance that you can't go wrong with. But what about a fragrance that is similarly priced but with a creamy cookie smell? I would suggest you to give the Tubby's cookies and cream a try because I have seen some people like it a bit more than the Al-Rihab Choco Musk. It is going to be very slightly expensive but more or less in the similar price range. But a surprise omission from this list for me is that there is no Creed Aventus cologne on this list. So is the hype going down or the prices have really shot up? As you can see a trend here, the fragrances on this list are affordable, and since the prices of Armaf has gone up, they are missing from this list. And I also don't think that Amazon is the most competitive in terms of pricing, especially in the colognes category. And you can get most of these fragrances at even more affordable price from other sources. So what are your thoughts on this list? Which fragrances do you think that should have been on this list and which one shouldn't be here? And if you tune into my channel for the first time, do consider subscribing to this channel and show your support by hitting that like button. And did you enjoy this new video? Let me know in the comment section down below. So that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video.